a Delhi court has rejected the CBI clean chit to Jagdish Tytler and said investigate Jagdish Tytler's role afresh. Let me once again get back to headlines today's Jugal Purohit. Jugal, several victims have been saying that Jagdish Tytler continued to grow under every Congress regime that came to the center, whether it was under Rajiv Gandhi, he was a union minister, under PV Narasimha Rao, he was a union minister, even under Dr. Manmohan Singh, he was a union minister. It's only now that perhaps the long arms of the law are trying to catch up with him. Jugal, can you hear me? There is a lot of commotion where Jugal Purohit.
Yeah, Gaurav, I can hear you.
Yes, go on, Jugal.
I can hear you,
There are a lot of
Gaurav.
eyewitnesses
I have
with you. Go on.
with me. Yeah, I have with me Mr. Manjeet Singh. He is the president of the Delhi Gurudwara, Sikh Gurudwara Management Committee. So, what is your first reaction? This has been a long struggle for you, for your community, but today there is a small step forward. What are your first reactions?
We are happy, and we think that though we were very much disturbed that the Supreme Court of India has made a SIT on Gujarat riots where only 800 people were murdered. Thousands of people were murdered on the roads of Delhi 29 years back. Nothing has been done about us. And then the CBI goes into hand and glove with the culprits, with the murderers on the this thing of the government, and they try to give them clean chit without verifying the credentials, without taking all the witnesses into account. They were in a hurry to file a closure report. Today, the Honorable Court has again ordered an inquiry into it. I think it is a big sigh of relief for the victims, for people like us who have been fighting a long battle against the government and the culprits.
As a community who was aggrieved, who lost a lot of its members, please tell us, what do you feel about Mr. Jagdish Tytler? We were discussing on headlines today that we've seen that despite being one of the main accused in this case, virtually every Congress government that has come to the power in center have actually made him a union minister. There are obvious efforts to ensure that he's elevated, but again the long arm of the law, of course, catching up with him. What do you say speaks about the Congress role in this entire affair?
I think the Congress government has shown double standards. When action taken report on the floor of the House was presented by the Prime Minister, he said those people who are involved in 1984 will not be given any posts or any political berths. Rahul Gandhi, the Crown Prince of Congress, when goes to Amritsar, he remembers 84 killers. He says that these killers will not be given tickets. They were given tickets. We people sat over here and we were able to cut off their tickets in last elections. So Congress has always shown their double standard. They are only to protect the killers. They have got nothing to do with the victims. And it is our commitment, the commitment of the community, that we will fight this battle till the last.
So what is the next step ahead? Now that the court has actually asked the CBI to reopen investigation, how will the community, how will you ensure that the justice is given?
As a president of Delhi Sikh Gurudwara Prabandhak Committee, I must assure this, that those witnesses who were sidelined or those facts which were not taken into account, we will make a legal team which will force them to take those witnesses into account, and then let the court decide what is right and what is wrong.
Thank you so much. So there you have it. In no uncertain terms, the community standing behind the victims of the 1984 massacre and saying that they will actually go the extra mile. They will in fact prepare a legal team to ensure that the witnesses, the voices which were unheard, which were subdued in the past, will not be subjected to the same treatment. In fact, they will figure quite prominently, and they will ensure that the voices of all the witnesses are heard by the judiciary. Gaurav?
Stay on with me, Jugal. That's a very important point that Manjeet Singh is making there, seeking a Supreme Court monitored SIT into the 1984 anti-Sikh riots. That's point one. And point two, talking about forming a legal team that will go into all the evidence that so far the CBI overlooked, or as many allege, refused to look into.